Hi there, welcome to another YouTube video. I am Raluca and I do makeup. In this video I want to talk about my favorite products. These are not necessarily newer launches, but they are the products that I really love and use constantly. And I will dive into each makeup category, let's say. I want to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel if you're into makeup, and also give this video a thumbs up. And also you can follow me on my Instagram where I post mostly makeup tutorials. There probably will be a tutorial for this look that I'm wearing right now. I will link it down below in the description box. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. I know this is mostly makeup favorites, but I want to mention this facial cream because it's my holy grail at this moment. This is the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Fluide facial cream, and I really love this thing. I use it both morning and evening. I like it because it absorbs really fast, it's really lightweight, and also it has really clean ingredients. It's free of fragrance, alcohol and other nasty stuff that you don't want in your moisturizer. And also an honorable mention goes to the Altruist SPF 30. I love this cream for the same reasons that I love the La Roche-Posay one. Again, it's very clean, very safe to use on the skin. It doesn't cause breakouts. Next up we have foundation, and there are two products that I want to mention. One is higher end, let's say, and one is drugstore, so I can give you guys options, let's say. First, I really love the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. This is one of my favorites. I'm almost running out of it, and I have this thing where when I almost run out of a product that I really love, I kind of quit using it to somehow save it, let's say, for like a special occasion and stuff. But I figured out that's kind of stupid for me to do, so I used it today. I'm wearing it on my face. Personally, I love foundations that are more on the lightweight side. I don't really enjoy full coverage foundations, at least not for everyday use. This is medium coverage, I'd say. It also has a very natural finish. It's not dewy, it's not matte. It's like the perfect balance. And also, as a drugstore option that I really love, it's the L'Oreal Infaillible 24-hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This thing is a little bit lighter in coverage, I'd say, than the Urban Decay one, but it really looks so natural on the skin. You can't even tell that you have foundation on, and that's the look that I'm looking for, let's say, in the foundation. I really like foundations that look really natural and skin-like, and this is a great option. And by the way, I skipped primer because I don't really use primer, at least not for everyday use. I do use primer like on special occasions, let's say, where I want my makeup to look perfectly flawless. When that's the case, I love using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. It fills in the pores beautifully and also makes the makeup last longer, especially keeps my oils under control in my T-zone. I usually use it only around the nose area and where my pores are more visible, and it really helps with that. In the concealer category, I again have two options, one higher end and one drugstore. Higher end concealer is actually from the same Stay Naked range by Urban Decay. I love this thing because it's really full coverage and it's long lasting, and that's what I'm looking for in a concealer. And also a very good drugstore concealer option is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I usually layer it or use a color corrector underneath because it's not that high of a coverage. It's like medium to full, I'd say, so that's the only downside, let's say. It's really great for everyday use, and it's also long lasting. Moving on to powder, I can say that I've tried a lot of powders. The one that I'm using at the moment, and I really love it, it's the Makeup Forever Super Matte Powder. It's really great for setting the makeup. Also, it makes my concealer last longer, which I can appreciate. I feel like that's how I tell if I like a powder or not, based on if my concealer creases or not. I feel like the concealer creasing, it's mainly because of the powder. I don't know, that's like my personal experience with concealers and powders. With contouring and blush, again, I can't say that I've really experimented that much. I haven't tried that many products in this category. I feel like if I have a contour powder, it's enough for me to not go and buy another one. I don't know, it's not that I feel like I need to have multiple products in this specific category. Like, for example, I would get more than one eyeshadow palette, but why would I get more than one contour powder? And the contour that I'm using right now is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I love this palette because it has multiple shades that I can mix together. I also use it on clients and it's very useful for that. I don't really use the top row here, this is like barely touched, but on the bottom row I used all the shades. For blush, again, it's like the same story, but at the moment I'm using the Sigma Blush Cheek palette. Again, this one has a lot of shades that I can mix based on my mood. The one that I'm using the most is the Cor de Rosa one here because it's more natural, but I also love playing with those pinks. In the highlighter category, my favorite is the Maybelline Masterchrome highlighter. This one is in the shade Molten Rose Gold. The shade is beautiful if your skin is like mine or a little bit tanner than mine. I feel like I'm at the edge of this shade being a little bit too dark. I think they have like a lighter shade, I haven't tried it, but this shade is really beautiful. If you have really fair skin, it probably won't suit you that well. And I also want to mention the Fenty Diamond Bomb. I wouldn't say this is like a highlighter, but it's like some really fine glitter, something like this. I like using it more like a highlighting topper. I use it like on top of my actual highlighter. I also like using it on the eyes to give my eyeshadow a little bit of a sparkle. I use this product on my eyes, on my face. I use it on my chest as well if I'm wearing like a dress or something, and I really love it. Moving on to brows, lately I've been shifting away from the brow pomade and going back to the brow powder. And I really love this brow powder by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one is in the shade Medium Brown and I really love the tones. I personally use both of these shades. I kind of combine them to achieve my perfect shade. I feel like with brow powder, the brows look a lot more natural and feathery rather than so defined as brow pomade can make them look. Although at the moment for my brows I'm using soap. When I'm not using soap, I love using this Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This is like the best brow gel that I've ever tried. Okay, moving on to eyeshadow. If you've been following me recently at least, you know that my recent love is every Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette out there. Today I'm wearing the Nubian 2 palette, this one right here. And I've tried all the Juvia's Places palettes and the quality is insane. Like, they're really pigmented, they have minimal to almost no fallout, and they are blendable and easy to work with. I couldn't ask for more. Like, Juvia's Place has hands down my favorite eyeshadow formula ever. I can say which one of their palettes is my favorite because I love using a lot of shades. I don't stick to like a particular set of shades. I use every shade of the rainbow to do my eyeshadow. So I feel like when choosing a Juvia's Place palette, it all comes down to personal preference on what shades you want to use, because the quality is heavenly on each of their palettes. Moving on to mascara. When I'm not wearing false lashes, my favorite mascara stays the Sephora Collection Size Up mascara. If I'm not wearing falsies, I'm looking for a mascara that really gives that volume to make up for the lack of falsies, let's say. And this one really loads the lashes with product, which makes them very voluminous and big. As far as eyeliner goes, I do have another product from Sephora Collection, and that's this little guy right here. This is from their colorful eyeliner range. It's waterproof, of course it's the black one, but it's waterproof, it's really long lasting. I'm almost running out of this one. I think I will repurchase it, although I rarely repurchase products because I love to test out new products always. Moving on to lips, I first want to mention a couple of lip liners, and one of them is the Boysenberry's lip liner. This one is amazing and very affordable, but I do know that they are not available worldwide. I think they are mainly available in Europe, I'm not sure. And another option that I actually like more than the Boysenberry's one, but it's a little bit more pricey, is the Huda Beauty lip contour, this thing right here. This one is really pigmented and long lasting. To me it's very important that a lip liner is pigmented because I usually overline my lips and I don't want it to be noticeable, so This thing is amazing. And finally, lipstick. I really love the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit formula. This is really long lasting and looks beautiful on the lips, but it is a little bit drying like most liquid lipsticks are. So another great option is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is not like as long lasting and transfer proof as the Wet n Wild one, but it's a little bit more, I won't say moisturizing of course, but it's not as drying as other liquid matte lipsticks can be. And I also want to mention this gloss right here because I've really been loving it lately. This is the Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Gloss. This is like a clear gloss, but it has some sparkles in it. It looks really beautiful. It has that slightly plumping effect. It's minty on the lips and kind of tingly, but it's not that strong of a sensation. But it's really gorgeous. I apply it on top of the lipstick, or I even apply like the lip liner all over the lips and then apply this gloss on top, and I love that look. Moving on to setting spray, my favorite, and it's been my favorite for like years now, is the Urban Decay All Nighter. It really elongates the wear time of the makeup, and most of all it makes the makeup like melt and look very natural. Although it doesn't have like a dewy finish, it kind of keeps the finish of your makeup but makes it look more skin-like, which is amazing. And that, guys, completes this video of my current makeup favorites. You can go and share some of your personal favorites in the comments. Also, let me know if you tried any of these products that I mentioned and if you like them. I'm curious how they work for other people. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!